October, the month crypto wakes up. Every time I look at the charts this week, I can't help but ask myself, is this the beginning of XRP's biggest run ever? No fluff today. You want answers, and I'll give you the real data, real logic, and the real plays that matter this month. Here's the truth. October has always been one of crypto's most powerful months. Bitcoin, the tide that moves the entire ocean, has closed green in 10 of the last 12 Octobers. And when Bitcoin rises, altcoins follow. That's not theory, that's history. Bitcoin currently dominates 51.8% of the total crypto market, around $1.3 trillion out of a $2.51 trillion total cap. When it moves, liquidity rushes everywhere, especially into assets that have been suppressed for too long. And XRP is the most obvious candidate for that rotation. With a $28.7 billion market cap, it's been quietly gaining, down 1.01% in the past 24 hours, up 3.47% this week, while institutions begin repositioning for the quarter ahead. Look at past cycles. October 2013, plus 60%, 2015, plus 48%, 2019, plus 28%, 2021, plus 13%. Every one of these bull Octobers has set the stage for full-blown market expansion. And now, we're right back in that window. Let's be clear, we don't have a long-term October record for XRP because for years it was basically frozen. The SEC lawsuit killed momentum. From 2020 to 2023, XRP was trapped while everything else ran wild. But that also means something powerful. We're sitting on 3 years of suppressed price discovery. That compression doesn't disappear, it erupts. Historically, XRP's rebound phases have been violent: 200%, 300%, even 400% runs within 60 days when volume flips. And now, with regulatory clarity, global payment adoption, and October's pattern lining up, we're staring at one of those setups again. Add one more wild card, the US government shutdown. Crypto's never faced one this large. The last was in 2018, when total crypto market cap was under $300 billion. Now it's over $4 trillion. This time, we're seeing something new. Money moving into digital assets during uncertainty. Billions of dollars are flowing from traditional systems into blockchain infrastructure. And XRP, with its utility-driven foundation, benefits from that shift far more than speculative coins. When the world's systems slow down, liquidity looks for alternatives. Right now, it's finding them in crypto. Let's get mathematical for a second. In past cycles, when Bitcoin gained 30 to 40% in Q4, XRP often outperformed it by 1.5 times to 2 times in the same quarter. So, if Bitcoin climbs to $150,000 this quarter, XRP could target between $3.90 and $4.20. And if Bitcoin hits the cycle peak of $200,000 in 2025, then XRP could test the $5.70 to $6.60 range, with the long-term institutional target of $7.10 still in play based on on-chain settlement growth. The logic's simple. Bitcoin moves first. XRP catches the flow. And October's the ignition month for both.
Now, before we go deeper into XRP projections, let me show you a system that sits right under the surface of this market. It's called Unich, and it's changing how OTC trading works in crypto. Most early profits never happen on major exchanges. They happen off-exchange, in private pre-market deals. Unich has made that accessible to everyone. The platform has already processed over $1.3 billion in trading volume and has over 5.5 million active users. That's a proven ecosystem, not a promise. Always do your own research before investing. Learn more about Unich's platform and OTC services in the link below. Back to XRP. We're seeing a liquidity storm form.
a convergence between traditional and OTC markets. October's volatility is no longer retail-driven, it's liquidity-driven. Platforms like Unich feed that velocity, making it faster, deeper, and more accessible. When OTC and retail volumes merge, price discovery accelerates. Historically, that liquidity spike alone adds 22% to 30% price movement within weeks for major assets. So don't just watch Bitcoin, watch liquidity velocity. That's the hidden metric behind October's bullish momentum. We're in Q4, the power quarter of every bull run since 2015. Institutions are reloading. Spot Bitcoin ETFs are already approved globally. And if Ripple continues strengthening its global payment partnerships, an XRP ETF could realistically enter discussion next year. That's not speculation. It's a logical step once regulatory clarity is fully in place. Combine that with RippleNet's infrastructure and banking adoption, and we're looking at XRP shifting from speculative asset to global bridge currency. And that's when fair value starts catching up to reality. Now let's talk about Unich again, because its upcoming IDO could quietly become one of the most important launches this quarter. Here's what's confirmed so far. 1. IDO price. The starting price for the UN token is $0.15, designed to increase gradually as supply diminishes. This incentivizes early participants. 2. Target raise. Unich aims to raise a substantial fund through the sale of 100,000 UN tokens during this IDO. 3. Referral rewards. Unich offers a favorable referral program. By bringing friends to join the IDO, you can receive 11% rewards, 8% paid instantly in USDT, and the remaining 3% in $UN tokens, subject to a vesting schedule. Always do your own research before investing. Participate in the Unich IDO and get early access with the link in description. Let's map this out. If Bitcoin consolidates around its current 125K level, XRP should move gradually, $3.10 to $3.50 range. If Bitcoin climbs into the 150K, 175K zone, expect XRP to accelerate toward the $3.90 to $4.80 range. In a full-blown liquidity rotation, the $5.70 to $6.60 range is absolutely on the table. Beyond that, the macro window for 2025 opens the real runway, especially if institutions start using XRP for live cross-border flows. That's where we see the potential $7 to $10 range re-enter conversation. So here's where we are. Bitcoin leads, liquidity follows, XRP waits. The lawsuit years were silence. October is ignition. But understand this. The beginning of a real bull cycle never looks like what you see on social media. It isn't a single vertical green candle. It begins in disbelief. It's built on volatility designed to shake out the weak hands, the tourists who are only here for a quick profit. There will be 10% down days, followed by 15% up days. That is the noise. It's chaos created to hide the real signal. The real signal isn't the daily price. The signal is the flow of large capital quietly repositioning. While the herd is mesmerized by every candle, the real operators are looking at the bigger picture, the convergence of history, regulatory clarity, and a failing legacy system. They aren't gambling on a pump. They are investing in an inevitable transition. And that is the difference. The lucky will make money this month, but the prepared will build fortunes. Preparation isn't just buying early. It's understanding why you bought, holding your position when the market tries to throw you off, and having a clear strategy for taking profit. Systems like Unich are giving retail the tools for institutional level access. But a tool is only powerful in the hands of someone who knows how to use it. This is the time to stop thinking like a fan and start thinking like an operator. Because when XRP moves, it doesn't knock. It breaks through the door. Remember to subscribe to Wealthy Wise Finance and be early. Be smart. And remember, October isn't the top, it's the start.